As we tour the globe to South Asia, we're uncovering what it's like to be a billionaire in Pakistan. Pakistan's #1 rupee collector is Shahid Khan, worth $8.3 billion in early 2022. The Pakistani monopoly man with the handlebar mustache is currently worth over 3 times what Donald Trump is currently worth, which is $2.5 billion. While most college boys are just trying to get through the semester, Shahid started the Flex-N-Gate automotive parts supplier company while he was at the University of Illinois. The company made $8.9 billion in revenue in 2020, and this allowed Mr. Khan to buy a 1 of 100 $2.4 million Pagani Huayra. The ultralight 750-plus horsepower hypercar weighs in at 2,820 pounds. Well, that's pretty light, and has a 100% carbon fiber bod and a unique titanium carbon fiber weave chassis. But what's really unique about buying a Pagani is that the company embraces you, making you a part of a tight-knit family. I mean, in purchasing one, you even get to spend time with the company's founder, Horatio Pagani, his wife Christina, and sons Christopher and Leonardo. Just hope he doesn't ask you to babysit. He may even invite you to exclusive family functions like he did for his 60th birthday at a restaurant in Tokyo. You also get the opportunity to send your Pagani to global rally events, like the Pagani Reduno event last year in Austin, Texas, where Shahid might go to commiserate with other tycoons and talk about what success in the business world really feels like without sounding like he's bragging. I mean, I like Tesla, but if you buy a 1 of $1,250,000 Tesla Roadster Founder Series, you don't get to hang out with Elon Musk at the Tesla restaurant. Shahid also flexes that Flex-N-Gate money with a $4.5 million Lambo Veneno. The 6.5-liter V12 all-wheel drive gets the richest man in Pakistan from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 2.9. And he can ride at speeds of up to 229 miles per hour, simulating the adrenaline he gets from the rush of a deal, I'm sure. Although he was born in Lahore, Pakistan, he became a U.S. citizen in 1991, and now splits his sleepy time between an estate in Champaign, Illinois, and an $8.3 million 9,000-square-foot residence in Chicago. From the 61st floor in one of Shottown's tallest buildings, Park Tower, he has a 360-degree view of the Windy City, including Lake Michigan. The magnificent Mile penthouse is one for the ages. As for one of his most ostentatious purchases, American sports analyst Bill Sims once tweeted, "Sports franchises are how we knight people in this country. You aren't royalty, you're a robber baron." And believe you me when I tell you they call Shahid Sir when he roams around TIAA Stadium, as he is the man that owns the Jacksonville Jaguars NFL franchise. The 5'7" billionaire even occasionally joins the supersized NFL players for the national anthem. He bought the Jags for an estimated $760 million back in 2011, and the team is currently valued at $2.8 billion, 28th in the league in terms of value. Across the pond in England, he owns another kind of football team, the Fulham FC Football Club of the Premier League. He bought it for $300 million in 2013 from Egyptian businessman Mohammed Al Fayed. And to complete his holy trinity of sports and entertainment franchises, he invested $100 million into All Elite Wrestling with his son and current AEW CEO Tony Khan. It's currentend valued at $400 million and is a serious threat to Vinnie Mac's $5.71 billion World Wrestling Entertainment empire. The 312-foot, $200 million Kismet yacht is owned by Shahid Khan. You can tell it apart from the other yachts by its bow ornament, a jaguar with its front right paw resting on a football helmet. You can pretend you're Shahid Khan for a week if you can afford the charter price of $1.2 million. Jay-Z and Beyonce did for their European getaway. And you can actually see the luxury sea vessel in the Ryan Reynolds film Six Underground doing what it does best, making its owner seem more powerful. Pakistan's net worth silver medalist is Anwar Pervez with $4.5 billion. The former Bradford bus conductor founded multinational conglomerate Bestway, wholesaling its way to becoming the second largest wholesaler in the United Kingdom and top shotter in the cement industry. Moving all those goods as well as owning Best One and Bargain Booze enabled Anwar to drive a $131,450 executive line Mercedes-Benz S580. The all-wheel drive long base is thick in the grille and has tucked-in door handles that pop out with the key, and rear-wheel steering enabling the billionaire to make U-turns as tight as a much smaller car can. Not bad for a kid from Rawalpindi who used to walk 8 miles to school every day in the 1950s. When Anwar was made an officer of the Order of the British Empire in 1992 and then received knighthood from Queen Elizabeth in 1999, he became British royalty and decided to drive like one. That's where Sir Anwar's $240,000 Bentley Continental GT comes in. The 86-year-old's expensive habits? None. When asked about his hobbies, he simply replies, "Work is my hobby." That's a good lesson for you, Gen Z. Earth's third richest Pakistani is Sadruddin Hashwani, with a net worth of $3.4 billion. The Hashu Group's big-timer is best known for his fortune amassed from Pearl Continental Hotels and Resorts. The upstanding citizen is the first Pakistani businessman to receive his home country's Nishan-e-Imtiaz in recognition of his outstanding service to Pakistan. He keeps everything about his personal life and spending quite private. If he is a big spender, he's one of the few people who could actually afford this 10.76 crore, or $2,687,500 Mediterranean house in Pakistan. The 7,800 square foot almost mansion has 5 bedrooms, 6 bathrooms, 2 kitchens, 1 kitchenette, 2 storerooms, and servant quarters for those living that Downton Abbey lifestyle. A theater room, swimming pool, and roof garden round out this solid Malaysian ash wood construct. Not too bad of a price considering a similarly sized house in Buckinghamshire, England costs $7,372,744. Pakistan it is. Mian Mansha sits on $2.7 billion. The fourth richest Pakistani is the CEO of the Lahore-based international conglomerate Nishat Group, where he functions as CEO. As top dog, he has final say over $30 billion in assets. Well, that's shot caller power if I've ever heard of it. Cotton exporter supplying major clothing chains like The Gap. Oh, he must be threading fellow billionaires Kanye's new Yeezy clothing line. As well as a prolific investor in cement and insurance, Mian Mansha was Pakistan's first ever billionaire. Being the first ever anything in a country of 227,927,612 people is astounding. He doesn't tweet to brag about his wealth like many millionaires do, but we do know he drives more than a few cars with world-class swagger, like his canary yellow E-Class Jaguar convertible he bought in London in the 1960s, which would have MSRP'd for $5,670 in 1961, and if kept in tip-top shape, could be worth up to $250,000 today. His love of the Jag continues to this very day, as the 74-year-old enjoys an $86,050 Caldera Red F-Type Jaguar convertible with his family. He also has 3 Mercedes, a vintage VW Beetle, which originally cost $1,665, a $174,000 Porsche 911 Turbo, a $183,150 Land Rover Range Rover, and a $103,000 triple extra large BMW 750i, with the rear executive lounge seating package, I'm sure. When the banking juggernaut takes to the skies, it's in a $5 million single-engine turboprop plane, or in an $8 million mid-sized 8-seater jet. While he takes his rides, Mr. Mansha spends a lot of his time planning and strategizing. And in his own words, a journey's greatest danger isn't tough terrain, it's weak planning. The tycoon spends his money on some other little things that help him learn other life lessons in big ways. On his marble-topped desk sits an $18 copy of a DVD of Wall Street, Money Never Sleeps. Ha! So perfect. And a $53 hardcover copy of the book The Edifice Complex, How the Rich and the Powerful Shape the World by Dayan Sajik. Pakistani politician and $1.8 billion man Asif Ali Zardari is the co-chairperson of the Pakistani People's Party and president of Pakistan People's Party parliamentarians. He is the former president of Pakistan, having reigned from 2008 to 2013. He gained a lot of notoriety and political influence from his first marriage to Pakistani Prime Minister Benazir Bhutto in 1987. This billionaire was actually incarcerated from 1996 to 2004, and his then ex-wife Benazir Bhutto was assassinated in 2007. So the man lives a wild life. Although one of his former homes, the 360-acre, 12,000 square foot, 15-bedroom, $10 million Rockwood estate in Surrey was seized and went up for auction, he still has homes all over the world, including Dubai, London's West End, New York City, In the luxurious Bel Air apartments, which go for $1,629 a square foot, and a 16th century chateau in Normandy, France. As for transport, the controversial figure rides around in a stately $550,000 Rolls-Royce Phantom, often surrounded by a motorcade of Land Cruisers, like a boss. Malik Riaz flaunts a $1.5 billion fortune. He is the founder of the largest privately owned real estate development company in Asia, Town, which made a 32-acre NYC-inspired Central Park in Karachi, as well as Baria Adventureland theme park. Collectively, Town has developed over 45,000 acres of land and is Pakistan's largest employer, with over 60,000 employees. His most expensive public spending has actually been on civil lawsuits. He handed over $187,669,860 to the UK's National Crime Agency, as well as the keys and deed to the $67,024,950 One Hyde Park Place in London, in connection with an investigation into his cash expenditures. It's a fat settlement, and yeah, that's gonna hurt, but it's better than jail. The man loves his trucks, though. He has a $57,214 Land Cruiser Cygnus, a $124,613 Toyota Land Cruiser ZX V8, a $91,930 Lexus LX 570, and a $99,800 BMW X7 Series. For his sportier side, his garage includes a $174,300 Porsche 911 Turbo, a $550,000 Rolls-Royce Phantom, and like Ace Hood, every day he wakes up to a new Bugatti, a $1.9 million Bugatti Veyron to be exact. The longest-running Pakistani Prime Minister of all time, Nawaz Sharif, totes a $1.4 billion portfolio in 2022. The fat cat held office for a whopping 9 years in non-consecutive terms before getting forcibly removed from office in his third term in 2017 in connection to the Panama Papers case. He now spends his time and low-end 10-figure fortune in a comfy home away from home in London, as he's on expired bail. Although he has been sentenced to 10 years incarceration, he remains relatively free. His hometown assets include the $12,399,745 Ray Wind Palace in Jati Umrah on the outskirts of Lahore, populated with real stuffed exotic animals. A stuffed lion alone can go for $6,300, and a full-bodied taxidermy cheetah goes for about $5,100. The former politician travels around in an armored black four-door $224,300 Bentley Flying Spur, with 2 bodyguards no less. It seems as though if you want to be rich in Pakistan, you go into politics. Pakistan's first ever billionaire was Mian Mansha, who got the coveted title back in 2010. To compare to the West, John D. Rockefeller became the U.S.'s, as well as the world's first ever billionaire 94 years earlier during World War II in 1916.